What's up, besties? Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Y'all are freaking amazing. Today I decided alongside with Spirit, I've been called to do a reading checking in on some of your divine masculines or a certain collective. Now, we just came off of a reading where we were talking about the divine feminine being upgraded to high priestess styles. And I noticed a lot of you were speaking on in the comments being very much drawn, like you're really picking up on your masculine's energy at this time. Because of this upgrade as well, you've been really feeling the pull. So if you have, this message is here for you. I feel like there's something going on behind the scenes that maybe they don't want you to know. Maybe they are trying to shield you from knowing, but they're still pulling on your energy. There's something going on here, and I really want to figure this out for us all. So we're going to tap in and we're going to try to see what's up. Now, with all of these eclipses, okay, that are happening, the new moon, well, the solar eclipse and the full moon eclipse, okay, this is having an effect on your masculines as well, okay, so we're going to explore those themes and see what's going on with them behind the scenes. This is a reading for those of you who are in no contact, but yet you are feeling them pull on your energy, okay? All right, so we're going to bring the sound bowl, we'll call in Spirit, and then we'll get started. Forgive me if my voice is a little low. I do have a really good microphone now, so I'm hoping that that will balance out. But yeah, I've got this scratchy sickness going on. But anyway, let's do the thing. Here we go. Okay. I'm calling on Spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, Spirit, please show me. Let's tap into the strongest collective of divine masculines. And show me what energy they are currently in and what is going on with them, okay? I do feel like this is like me spilling their secrets, so we're going to see what's happening. We have soulmates. Okay, soulmates. Now, your masculine is really exploring the whole meaning, what I'm getting from that, really exploring the whole meaning of what a soulmate truly is. Now, some of you, and y'all know this if you've been here in our tribe, we talk about this a lot. Soulmates come in any shape and size, right? Any relationships or people who are here to teach us a lesson, right? Or to share an experience with so that we can grow on our soul's journey of growth to evolution, okay? So what I see here with soulmates is I feel like they're starting to look at the people in their lives differently. I feel like they're really coming from a space of knowing what a soulmate is. Now, part of that is discovering a soulmate's place in your life, like when they are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So I feel like what's going on is they're really like looking at the people that they're close to, okay, and they're determining whether this person is here for forever or they were just here for a little bit of time. I do feel like they're thinking about you quite a bit here, okay, divine feminine as well, because no matter what, no matter who they're dealing with, say they're dealing with a karmic soulmate, okay, no matter what's going on in their life, and again, karmic soulmate could be a friend, a lover, a mother, a father, like a sibling, whoever, right? Where they need to learn a karmic lesson. And I feel like no matter what's going on in the different soulmates that they are discovering that they have, right? The relationship with you and how they feel about you never really truly seems to change. They're starting to see that you are one of those lifetime type of souls that have been in their world, okay? Now, I don't know how long the two of you have been connected, but I'll tell you, your divine masculine is realizing and seeing right now how their feelings for you, how their thoughts about you. Maybe one day they may feel up and down, or they may change their mind, but at the end of the day, they always still feel that pull to you, and they always still feel your energy, and they always still feel very much drawn to you. So I feel like they're starting, like I said, there's something here about them categorizing the people in their life, and then almost like, I don't know why I'm seeing like a map or a chart. Like they're placing you at the very top, because nothing has ever changed as far as, again, how they think and feel about you, and how they can't stop thinking about you, and how you always just kind of are there like a constant, when these other soulmates and people in their life can come and go, right? So that's what I'm picking up there with soulmates. What else are they doing right now? What's going on? There's a lot of realizations happening with this divine masculine I'm seeing here. And we are going to clarify. We have TikTok. Okay, so this is also about time, right? Time, timing, divine timing, the passage of time. How much time have these other people been in their lives, and what's going on, and is their time up, and comparing that to you, and how much time you've been in their life, and wondering, are things ever going to change, and what's going to happen? Have I given it enough time? We're going to clarify with tarot here. These are just the major themes of what is going on behind the scenes with your divine masculine, okay? We're going to clarify. Then we have chop wood, okay? Chop wood. It's very interesting because it did come up in the reverse. Now, when I see chop wood, this is somebody who normally in the upright is really just focusing on staying present, staying in the moment, very meditative, wanting to receive messages, kind of very much like that high priestess energy. But in the reverse, this is somebody here who perhaps has been distracting themselves, okay, on purpose, distracting themselves on purpose. So I feel like there's this... I feel like there's like this back and forth energy that's going on with this masculine, where they start getting really deep into the themes and looking at people and their relationships, and where divine feminine fits on in that map for their life, and then distracting themselves. Okay, we're going to get into that. I'm actually going to flip it over because I feel like they're trying to distract themselves from the feminine. Here it is. The yin energy. Okay. Yeah, I figured that much, right? Then we also have message in the bottle, and this was in the reverse. So there is no contact currently. You haven't been receiving messages from your masculine, or there's been a period of stagnancy between conversations, or there's been a while. Okay. It's just, I feel like could have been a while since any kind of communication has come through. All right. So let me get some tarot on this and sort it out. Tell me about the soulmate situation. Okay, this would really apply as well if there is a karmic soulmate in your masculine's life. Tell me about the karmic soulmate or soulmate situation. Yeah. Okay, talk about karmic, karma, right? We have justice here. So what I see here is we have the devil, first of all, right? And this is exactly what we're talking about here, karmic soulmates. I feel like they're comparing you, perhaps divine feminine, to these people who have really just brought in some very difficult lessons for them. I do feel like your masculine is really, this could be why they're drawing on your energy, is because they're really wanting a new beginning here. And I feel like they're really looking towards the future with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Now, they always see you. Here's the thing, no matter who or what who they've been dealing with, and whatever the situation is, they always come back to you, okay? And I'm getting this song. It's by the Interrupters. I really love this ska band. They have this 90s vibe that I'm so here for. But there's a song, and it's called In the Mirror. And there's a lyric that goes, no matter how far I run, I'm always coming back here. And really the song that she's speaking, like in the song, she's speaking about looking in the mirror. Okay, so that's really relevant for the twin flame, because we do mirror one another, right? So as you have been leveling up, divine feminine, I do feel like this has been reflecting in your divine masculine's experience as well. I do feel like they're starting to get very serious as like seeing things very clearly. Again, with these other soulmates or whatever, whoever they've been dealing with here. Okay, they're starting to see how this is somehow they're linking. Somehow they're linking any kind of karma, okay, and toxicity that they've been indulging in, okay. They I'm getting a lot here, actually. I feel like they've been dealing with a toxic type of a karmic situation. All right, now when I say toxic, I'm looking at the devil. I'm just seeing somebody who continues the same patterns over and over again, knowing that they're going to get the same results if they don't change anything, if they don't change what it is they do or how it is they show up in relationships, or if they keep picking the same types of partners. And I do feel like divine feminine, you are more elevated than the types of perhaps partners that they typically choose. Okay, we've been reading on some interesting themes of, like, you know, dumpster fires and hot mess and all that kind of stuff. So this could even relate to that. Perhaps they're always picking people who are just not put together, and you seem to be, you know, the opposite of that. They keep repeating these patterns, and this is coming into their realization. Okay, so maybe this is trauma bonding that they're learning about. Okay, soulmates, what this person has come into their life to teach them. And I do feel like they are going through periods of time where things are falling apart, not working out. Okay, and yet at the same time, they're always coming back to the idea or the thought of you, divine feminine. Okay, now I want a little bit of clarification here, because I'm also getting with this Ace of Wands and this Ten of Pentacles that yes, they're wanting a new beginning. They're wanting a new beginning here, and I do feel like it is with the divine feminine, because they're starting to see the value, and they're starting to feel as if the divine feminine is their true life partner, somebody that they could build with. Also, divine feminine, you could be you could be experiencing, and I feel like you are, some kind of glow up or something going really well for you, either financially, in your home life, in your work life, your career, maybe all of it here. I do feel like you are receiving blessings, and it looks like this masculine is receiving karma. Okay, now karma can be good, karma can be bad, whatever, but I do feel like because justice is here, you know, because you are out here working on your healing, working on your glow up, doing the things that you are intuitively led to do, being in that high priestess energy, no longer just the divine feminine, right? You've been following your intuition, staying in your own lane, doing all the good stuff, working on yourself, pulling your energy back, pulling your power back, you know, maybe even really shielding yourself from the masculine. This has really affected them because they're now taking a look at the reasons why perhaps you are no longer interested in them, or you are no longer giving them your time, energy, and effort. And it is because, well, I feel like major realizations are happening here because of this devil energy and the soulmates. They're starting to understand that they keep putting themselves in these situations, and then they keep having to, I don't reap what they've sown, basically, right? So they keep repeating these patterns that really get them nowhere. And it looks like the way they view you, divine feminine, is that you have broken out of some of these patterns, and they're wondering what's going on. Okay, so not only wondering what's going on, I feel like they're trying to figure out why or how you have become so successful here, divine feminine. And I do feel like they're comparing themselves to you. They're comparing karmics to you. They're just sitting there, like I said, this map, this pros and cons list, perhaps, that they've really been in their heads, right? They've really been in their heads trying to figure it all out. Now, what is this TikTok energy? What is about this timing, this divine timing? We will get to the distraction part because I feel like that's pretty big too. Yeah, okay, TikTok. Look, I feel like they are on this they're ready to make some kind of final push or some kind of change here, because we have them showing up here as the wounded warrior. Okay, this can indicate mental health issues, looking at, you know, looking at how hard they have to fight. I feel like there's something here, divine feminine, that you have been creating, and it seems to be going very good for you. And it seems that it's you have this easier road, okay, from their perspective. It's not me saying that. From their point of view, from their perspective, it feels like no matter no matter how far they run, no matter how far, like, no matter how much work they put into something, that it never really truly gets off the ground, okay? It never really truly goes anywhere. But for whatever reason, they view you as being like, well, first of all, they view you as being freaking nothing short of magical, okay? That is for real, because whatever you touch, it seems it turns to gold, or you have this, they feel like you have this magic to you that you just receive everything that you ever wanted, right? But here's the thing. They don't see the hard work, time, and energy that you put into things behind the scenes. So from their perspective, it looks like things just work out. But at the same time, they're questioning, why is it taking me so much time? Why is it taking me so much energy and effort to try to get something off the ground? But for you, it seems to go, really quickly. So again, a lot of comparison happening. I feel a little tinge of jealousy, but it's not so much where it's like, they don't, there's no hate. There's no hate, it's like more questioning. Why is it so easy for you? Why is it so easy for you? But the thing is you've been breaking patterns, right? You've been breaking patterns, and they are holding on. Okay. That's the thing. They are holding on to the ways in which they've always done things. So they haven't been making any changes, but I'm not saying that they're not going to be making changes. But this is the realization that they've been doing the same things, picking the same people, going over the same patterns, and this is why nothing really changes, because like that quote, right? That's the definition of insanity, is doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. Okay. So let's see here. They've been holding on, holding back, holding on, not making any big changes in their world. But here they have the Fool. This is okay. So this is what's prompting them to really truly get into the space of, okay, I feel like it's time to actually do something different, right? Because these realizations are all happening behind the scenes, and they are feeling like it's time for me to step out. It's time for me to take a risk. It's time for me to make a change. It's time to, I just heard when I said it's time for me to make a change, I just heard that Michael Jackson song, Man in the Mirror. So a lot of self-reflection happening right now. We've already got that Mirror song from the Interrupters, and now Man in the Mirror. Okay. So they are really looking at themselves. Their patterns are going within. This is some shadow work. Okay. This is really shadow work, really, is they're going through and they're being honest with themselves. And I feel like this is the time where Spirit's pretty much forcing them to do that, because it's been apparent. The patterns in their lives, again, where they choose to put their time, energy, and effort, it's just not paying off, and they're not really getting anywhere. Okay. And so major realizations on their end, as far as just their life and where they're going and what they want and who's in it and what, all of the things, right? It's major for them. So this is how the eclipses have been affecting your masculine as well. Okay, they are becoming very motivated and willing to take some type of risk. They feel like now is the time to let things go, to break their patterns, to do something completely radical and different. Okay, taking a risk. And the thing is with the Fool is really truly, they are really free. Okay, the Fool is free, so they're craving freedom right now, freedom from baggage, right? The Fool carries this tiny little bag and that indicates like their emotional, boiled down experiences into lessons. And that's all we're bringing with us is our lessons and experiences. But as far as baggage and things that are holding them back, hanging on too tightly, there's a huge like release that's going on with them, and they're letting a lot of things go right now. Okay. Now why do we have chop wood here in reverse? This is real. This is them trying not to be distracted. Oh, I get it now. You know what? Sorry, y'all. I kind of made a mistake because now I have the Chariot jump right out onto the chopped wood in reverse. So, this actually indicates movement, right? Where at first I was like, well, maybe they're distracting themselves from the feminine energy because that's what came up next. But I don't feel like that's necessarily the case. What they're doing is just trying not to. Hold on. I was getting something different here with the Chariot. Like they don't want any distractions. They don't want any distractions that will keep them from moving forward. This is interesting. I need a little bit more here. Hold on a second. Yeah, look at that. Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, that explains it a lot better. So they're really wanting to focus on forward momentum and action. We also have the Hermit that flipped out in the reverse. This is this is them coming out of silence, really. Basically, what I'm seeing here is I feel like at one point they were trying to distract themselves from the divine feminine here, from the path that they are meant to be on. And here's the thing, and y'all know this, when we listen to our intuition and listen to the divine will and allow the divine to guide us in our lives, we do align with our blessings. We align with our blessings. And I feel like part of the realizations about the karmic soulmates and the patterns and all of these other things that they've been doing is they've been ignoring their own intuition and their own and the divine will and the divine guidance that divine's been trying to speak to them for quite some time, and they've been closed off, right? They've been distracted, they've been focusing elsewhere in their life instead of in that energy of chop wood and meditation, right? So they're trying to move forward from being in that distracted mode. So perhaps bringing themselves back down to the present, okay, which is very, it's good to get the Nine of Swords in reverse because they're throwing away all those worries or all those thoughts or those limitations that they've been put on to themselves or other people have put onto them as well. Throwing all of those self-limiting beliefs kind of out the window and saying, no, I feel like I need to come out with what it is that I want to do. It's almost like a big coming out party is happening like within them. Okay. So I feel like they've spent enough time as far as they're concerned, going within, thinking about all these things, getting the wisdom, getting in touch with themselves, what it is they truly want. And at the end of the day here, it is forward momentum. They do want to come towards the feminine, right? They want to come towards their feminine because no matter how far they go, no matter how far they run, they're always coming back to you, and they're always coming back to that reflection that they see of themselves through you. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Yeah, they can't run from you, divine feminine. Okay. They cannot run from this connection. They can't run from spirit. They can't run from their lessons, and this is kind of like this grand, like a stop. Like I feel like everything's kind of like stopped. The running has stopped, and they've been in this mode of taking a look and taking stock of what they do, where they've been, what actions they take, what the patterns and all that. And then it's like, I don't know, I'm getting like a big wheel, or like, it's going one way and then they stop and then they're readjusting the path and going a different way. So that's what I'm getting, like a motor or something. Or like, like those boats. Anyways, I don't know, like with the water that goes through. I don't know why I'm getting that, but this is what I'm getting. Oh, a wheel. They're stopping the pattern. They're stopping the cycle. They have been in that stop mode, okay? And they have been assessing how they feel and those relationships and things like that, right? We already talked about. So now with the Chariot here, okay, to clarify this wanting to start moving, basically. They're wanting to get things going now. They're wanting to stop. They've stopped and they're wanting to go in a completely direction, okay? Completely different direction. And that is, I feel like, towards the divine feminine, because this is where they're headed, okay? So what is their big idea? What do they feel they're headed towards here? But the feminine, okay? Hold on. This is it. Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords. Now, here's the thing. This is why I felt like at the beginning that, this is something that they don't necessarily want you to know, because I do feel this element of surprise. I feel like they want to come through and have this all be this great surprise for the divine feminine. Sometimes with the Seven of Swords, it's not always, lying, cheating, and the worst. It's really just not wanting you to know something, you know what I mean? Trying to get away with something, trying to do something behind the scenes, like sometimes a surprise party and things like that. I'm getting surprise, but I'm also getting that they're going to be, okay, I got the Five of Wands, so just give me a second here. The Five of Wands. They have to, yeah. First of all, behind the scenes, I do feel like as much as they want to avoid any kind of conflict with people in their life, they are shutting down some of these patterns, okay? They're trying to get away with like sneaking out of a situation, or I don't want to say, because I'm getting that they're gathering strength to face their situation head on, and they know that's what they have to do. But they're hoping that they can do all of that without you really knowing. Um, but of course, we have these beautiful readings. They don't want you to know this is happening, but they've been walking away from a lot of people and situations in their life. They've been stopping patterns here, is what I'm seeing, taking some time out to really heal and assess the situation before they move forward, before here's the thing, is like they want to, basically, in a nutshell, with like twin flame reading speak, is they want to come correct, right? So they don't want you to know that this is coming, because I feel like there's still some loose ends that they're tying up, or they have to tie up or work out. There's some kind of something they've got to work out behind the scenes. But they are looking towards the future, and towards the future is like they want to come out of this no contact mode with you. Okay, so they're wanting to reach out, basically, but they want to come from a good place, which is I'm okay with. I'm here for, right? I'm here for the divine masculine who is cleaning up their house, and then I didn't even realize. Look, I put the deck down and look, clean it up. Clean it up energy. I didn't even notice that until I saw clean it up. They're cleaning their house, like cleaning out any of the patterns and the, just cleaning out taking out the trash, things like that, right? I'm not going to go there and get so sassy because I'm not in the mood, but I could, all those hot messes and dumpster fires they're putting out right now. Okay. Cleaning up the trash in their life, and wanting to come towards you in a very, free, in a way where they are free. Okay. And they're starting to see their ships come in right now. So they're starting to see some progress. They're starting to feel a lot lighter, and they're starting to, be able to at least look out to the point in time where they are going to, they're planning. Okay. They're planning. They're planning on what? Here we have the Three of Cups, and Three of Cups is happy reunions. Okay. Happy reunions, getting together. Okay. So, let's see. We're going to go into the message. I want to see something that they're going to perhaps open with, because I do see communication, coming through from them. So I don't want you to, well, they want you to be surprised. Okay. But I guess I shouldn't have told you this. I don't know. It is what it is. Because we have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And to me, the King of Wands is somebody who is determined, very confident, very magnetic, very attractive. They want you to see them in a different light. So that's why they want to be really put together when they do come towards you. Okay. But I'm going to use my deck here. And you know what? We're going to see how they're going to open a message, the message in the bottle. I need more, because this is talking about the past. They felt very much trapped in their situation. Oh, wow. They're going to tell you, I feel like there's going to be a confession here. I feel like there's going to be a confession. Let me just get a little bit more before we pop out with this. Yeah, wow. Wow. I think, honestly, I got to tell you, I'm going to pull a little bit more too, because I feel like what's going to happen here is a total confession, and you're going to know that it's real, because it's going to be talking about the patterns that you've seen, that the patterns, maybe the games, the things that they do that aren't good for them. They're going to be talking about it. Okay. We have, I feel trapped in my situation. I care too much about what people think of me. Okay. So they're going to be telling you that, I've played mind games, I knew I'd end up hurting you, and I stayed away. Here's the thing, is they've always kind of put you up on a pedestal. And I feel like this comes from their own issues of self-worth, value, all of these other things. Like, they kept choosing people who they viewed, okay, this is not my opinion, who they viewed were on a lower scale, I guess, or lower vibration, okay? Because they knew that they didn't feel like they were good enough for you. Absolutely. And in fact, they really weren't, because honestly, you deserve somebody much better than this, if they're going to be, caring too much about what other people think, and playing mind games, and not being open and available. And, so I feel like what comes first here is, look, I knew I'd end up hurting you, and that's why I stayed away. And this is why, because I play games. I care too much about what people think about me. I felt trapped in my situation. And so that's going to be the opening. Like, I feel like they're going to get right down to it at the very start of this next conversation that they're planning. So they're planning a total confession. And again, you'll be able to tell that they've done the work because they're going to recognize the things that perhaps you've already recognized in them, their own patterns. So it's going to be like, whoa, okay. Like, I don't feel like you, like, I feel like it will be surprising to you, but I mean, not now because we're reading on it, but it's, they want to come through with a confession and they want to let you know, I was scared of being used. That doesn't make sense to me. I've known you before in a past life. I feel like this masculine really had a lot of distorted views on love and relationships. You know what I'm talking, okay, you know what I just got reminded of is like, all these like, I don't know if it's just like incels, but all of these like this toxic masculinity, this view of like, oh, what do you bring? What does a woman or what does a feminine bring to the table? Like, all these people who maybe make like 30K a year, scared that they're going to be hooked up with a gold digger or something. It's like, what do you even have? Like, you make like 30 or 40K a year. Like, you're not going to attract a gold digger. So that's what I mean. I'm getting like a very toxic way of looking at love and relationships. And I don't know if this was ingrained, like taught to them by like a parental figure in their life, or if this is something that they just soaked up from like, society or these like awful podcasts that these like incels create. I don't know. Or these like alpha, all that kind of garbage, If anyone has to tell you that they're an alpha, they aren't. Okay. Because that's not, anyway, I'm just saying, I feel like they have a lot of that. They've been having to work through and unlearn a lot of, like, I don't know if they were somebody here who like watched like pickup shows and stuff like that, like how to, like how to get women to do whatever you want or something like that. Like, I don't know, like this is kind of what I'm picking up on. Like, I don't know what their gender is. Like, it's not really about that. I'm just, I'm just trying to convey that this is something that they're unlearning right now. Okay. And that's what I'm picking up with all of this. Like, how they were behaving was very much in this very like toxic way. Okay. I don't like it, but this is whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I've known you before in a past life. I do feel like that, obviously. I mean, they've come to a lot of realizations, and this is part of their patterns, the things that they've been breaking down, the things that they've been realizing. So it's like they've been learning the hard way, okay? Because they were doing things like wrong, okay? Like, I just gotta be honest with you. Like, they need to unlearn a lot of that toxic way of looking at love and relationships, because it really spilled over into this connection. But yeah, anyways, we were getting to their confession. Okay, fine. I'll probably extend this because we're already over 30 minutes. So, it is just know that they have made these connections, which thank God, right? They have made these connections about their, I'm going to use the word toxic again, maybe outlooks and behavior and patterns. Okay. And that they have been having to unlearn a lot of this, because when they have been taking this type of advice, they end up getting with the same types of people and end up being in the same situations. Okay. So they have started to put it together, because I don't think they're stupid. It's just that they've had to unlearn all of this stuff. Like, this stuff doesn't work. Okay. This stuff doesn't work. And you're going to get only a certain type of result from that. Anyways, so this confession is going to be here, about, they know what they were doing was not okay. All right. They know that the way that they presented themselves or whatever, it wasn't okay. All right. So there is also a knowing and a deep understanding that they've known you before in a past life. Again, always coming back to you and that feeling, and also going over the different types and learning a lot about spirituality and the different types of soulmates. And really, like I said, categorizing all the different people in their world. And of course, with you, Divine Feminine, you're coming up as, somebody who they've dealt with not only multiple times in this life, but also in past lives as well. Okay. I'm so attracted to you. Yes, they are magnetically attracted to you. It's not just about your physical appearance, energy, and they're drawn into you. So maybe this is part of what they didn't necessarily want you to know. Like, I don't know if this is just like an energetic confession, something that we're picking up on, but I was trying to clarify that message in a bottle. Are they going to actually speak on this toxicity, like that they've learned is actually not a good way to approach any relationship? Or is this something that they don't? No, I feel like you already know this about them, that they came from this really weird space, and they had some really distorted views on relationships, love and relationships. It's interesting. I want to know, like, is this something that they're going to actually speak on, or is this what they don't want you to know? Like, what is it? Yeah, I feel like they are going to speak. They are going to speak. They've matured emotionally. Let me just tell you that. So they are going to speak on it. They've matured emotionally. They weren't able to see this all before, okay? And now it's become quite clear to them. I feel like Spirit has shown them what Spirit's shown them the results of what they get when they act this way, okay? But yes, I love seeing the King of Cups here because it lets me know that this is like somebody who's matured emotionally. So this is what's been going on behind the scenes here. And you will be hearing from them for sure. And it's going to start with this kind of a confession. Now, for those of you who are interested, I'm going to link to an extended reading down below. We're going to find out some specifics, more specific about your particular masculine. What energy are they in when it comes to you, what they're thinking specifically about you, what they like about you, you know, maybe even what they don't like about you. We'll find out. You know, we're just going to get into it, how they feel, what they're thinking, what they're planning. Okay. What is their intention? And have they really changed? You know, can you really trust them? And, you know, we'll get deeper into some specific messages. You know, we're going to go deeper. We're starting here. We've already got this confession and this realization. We're going to go deeper into those messages that are really, truly meant for you. And then see what the potential is. Of course, I like to say that, see what the potential is, you know, between the two of you from this point going forward. But we do have to also remember that you have free will, okay, as well. So it really will depend on how you feel. So if you want to explore that a little bit more with me, the link will be in the description box below. And actually, we are heading towards the end of the month. So anyone who has purchased extended in the month of October is automatically entered into a free reading with me. And that will be announced at the beginning of November. So this is getting to the end of October here, so if you want to get your chance to get in, then, you know, we will be doing that draw. Anyways, I'm sending you lots of love. I do hope to see you in the extended, and if not, that is okay. I'll see you in the next reading. Zodiacs are coming up shortly, and yeah, I'm super stoked to see where we're going to go from here. But that is very interesting. That is a very interesting confession. It is it's more honest than I feel like we usually see coming from the divine masculine. So there's been a lot of reflection, and that has been the theme here. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll see you there or in the next reading. Take care. Have a good day.